What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. I hope everybody's having a great day. Folks, it's been a while since we've done a video and put it on this channel, so it's about time to blow the dust off of it, all right? So let's get into this real quickly. I think you guys are going to like this. Kind of weird, kind of bizarre, nothing definitive, but again, we're going to show you some censoring tactics that NASA has used, JPL, whoever it is that may have their hands in these photos, right? Let's just jump right into it, shall we? Folks, today we're going to look at an Apollo 15 photo, and you can see it right here. And the ID number is AS15-89-12024HR. Now, this one's pretty interesting because when you look at it, it looks like we're seeing like a wall here of a crater. You can see how it drops down like right here. You can see this right here, these rocks, and it looks like it's kind of falling down into a crater type thing. Now, we also look in the background, and what do we see? It looks like kind of like wispy dunes, just dirt kind of thing going on, right? Nothing special. But folks, I've always looked at things like this here. Let's look at this hill in the background for a moment. Check this out. You can see the layering. Like here's the hill, and here's the background, or the ground here. And of course, it's just a hill in the background. Or is it? Okay? Let me just jump right into Photoshop, because when I show you this, this is pretty interesting. This hill keeps on going below this ground line. Does that make sense to anybody? Not really. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, here's the photo right here. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to get into this photo, and I'm going to show you right off the bat, folks. When you see this, you can see the line, obviously, the background here. We can look at this right here, and it goes like this here, and of course, we have the hillside running up like this, right? But once you start to enhance this, something interesting happens. Let's have a look. Here we go right here. I'm going to back up just a little bit. Okay, now, notice the hillside coming down. And by the way, this is not a hillside. And you'll see that in a moment. When this is going down like this here, pay close attention. Look at this other line coming right down here. That's right, folks. This hill, or whatever it is, doesn't stop at this solid lunar surface. Pretty interesting, right? Now, let me show you this up close because I think you'll find this interesting. Let me just do this. Now, watch the line when I go back and forth. Right here, just faintly see it coming up like this. Watch this. See it? Very, very faint. If this area below this surface has any white in it, we ought to be able to bring that out. Let's see what happens. These things popped out. Now let's back up here a little bit because this is pretty interesting. Now, again, why would we see a mountain, or whatever this may be, through the lunar surface? Well, it's not the lunar surface. Now, if you look at this really carefully, if this is not lunar surface here, this whole section, meaning it's not a flat ground, that means there's things in the background here that are raised up, which means this area right here, from this hillside here down, it appears to almost have a valley here with other structures of some sort, or whatever these things may be in the background. Again, let's do this. Okay? Let's just back out just a hair bit and have a look and see what we get. Folks, what is going on here? Something is in this valleyed area, and this is not a flat ground like they would want you to believe. You can see how it looks like it's kind of flat. It's got some wispiness here and there. You can see that right there, kind of like doing this, like little, like I said, there's just lunar surface and dust and nothing more. Or is it? No, it's much more than that. Again, I'm going to go up to this area here. I'm going to show you, just go back and forth. Look at the line there. It is actually there. It's a black line, just barely there, but it's ever so slightly there. So if this area right here is not actually ground, then it's fill. In other words, they're trying to make all of this look flat, and clearly it is not, right? So let me back out a little bit, have our overall. And folks, let's do this. Let's do the full enhancement. Now, this is where it gets really bizarre. Let's have a closer look at this because I find this really, really interesting. If we were to go from left to right, well, let's not go that far because then it gets kind of broken apart and we don't want that, okay? Let's have a look from left to right. There's things that are in this valleyed area. Not sure what to make of them. But this is by far a flat ground. Look at these objects, and I couldn't even begin to tell you what these things are. If you look over here, check this out. What is that, and what is going on in there? It almost looks like we're seeing this 3/4 circle. See this? You got right here. And then we have these other pieces coming down, and you can see they have individuality. I'm just going to do this. Okay? And what looks like a pipe type thing sitting right here. And we have other things here to the left. I don't even know what to make of it, folks. Couldn't even tell you. Whatever these things are, they're there right in front of the astronauts. Right in front of them, they're taking photos of this stuff. Okay? I'm going to go back in a little bit here. Keep going to the right. So these are like ledges, tops of structures. And like I said, the more telling thing is this area right here where I just showed you what looks like that half or 3/4 round piece with these other sectional pieces. I'm not even sure what to make of this. But to me, this is intelligently made. That's the way I see that. There's another weird area right here on the left-hand side with this weird design. It looks like it's doing this. Of course, it would be over here and then going back up like this. And then, of course, it kind of like stops and you don't know what to make of that. I think because it's overlaid and they might have used a piece of acetate over the original photo and then take out whatever they don't want and then they overlaid it onto the original and this is what you get. You're trying to cut through this overlay. Back then, it was as primitive as it was. It worked. And this is what we got, right? There's things, there's objects sitting right there. I don't know if this goes into a valued area after this area here. Like what I'm thinking is we have this area running down. Like I said, it looks like it may be going into some kind of a crater. This area here going across, and then it may actually drop back down again, okay, down over this hill. And what we're seeing is a bunch of objects. I find it a little hard to believe that that's natural. Again, folks, what we're seeing is bits and pieces. We're just trying to drag it through the manipulation. Now, let me just back out a little bit and show you the overall. Really, really interesting as far as I'm concerned. Pause it right here and have a look with your magnifier. And again, all we're seeing is like little parts. It almost looks like stone structures here. Almost looks like it's stepped right there. I don't know how far this goes down and how far or how tall these objects are. But either way you look at it, again, folks, I've said this before, I don't believe they were here just to get dust and rocks. Clearly, from the things we've seen in these photos, that's not the case at all. But there you go, folks. This is the full enhancement right here. And like I said, we can zoom in, and we'll let you folks pause it right here. Have a look at it. You won't have to look at it with your magnifier unless you're on a small phone, then it makes sense. But check that out. These long lines are not wispy little dunes in the lunar surface. They're much more. It could be ledges, tops of structures, what looks like funky stairs or whatever they may be here on the left-hand side. I don't know. I'm just guessing and purely speculating on this, folks. But there's some objects in here that look kind of intelligently made or shaped. I can tell you right now that it is definitely a centering. And this is put over all of these objects to make this look like a flat area. There's no way around it. And there you go, folks. Folks, I said this before. Our moon, or the moon, has been occupied by other inhabitants at one point. May still be inhabited below the lunar surface. I don't know. Pure speculation. Now, these objects I see, some parts of that we did bring out kind of look intelligently made. What do you guys think? Because when I see that, I go, that doesn't look really natural. And what looked like those little wispy dunes on this supposed to be almost flat surface turns out to be something that's down in, and it looks like there's objects all sticking up there. And the only reason why I was able to find that was that hill. And by the way, folks, let me just show you something real quick before I end this video. This is pretty cool. Also, check out this wannabe hill. Now, I'm just going to go back to the original right here. Look at the shapes that we see in here, right in this area. I'm just going to circle this right here. Folks, watch this. There's objects in there. And it's actually there. You can see very, very faint lines. Bringing out the darker parts, and the lines reveal this. This is when I first started to work this photo. Check this out. Here's a full enhance. Something's in here. And you can see the lines here. This doesn't look natural at all. Okay? See that? I can still see the lines. All we're doing is just enhancing it. Able to bring it out much better. This, whatever this thing is, it's not a hillside. And there you go. Folks, like I said, to me, it looked absolutely intelligently made. Just bring the lines out that are already in the photo. We're just going to drag them out. That's all we're doing. Anything that's white signature, we bring it out brighter. It's as simple as that, right? Anyway, folks, drop your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Do you see intelligently made objects? Nothing more than lunar surface? You think anything's there at all? Again, drop your comments down below. Let me know what you think. And folks, don't forget to like and share the video. It is always appreciated. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that YouTube will share it. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Always appreciated. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.